Hello and welcome to Makeup with Indy. I'm Indy and it's been a while since I've done this setup, but today's tutorial is this, and it's a bit of a like soft glam, kind of smoky pink in a way. It's just a really nice makeup. It's great for like date night, Valentines, wear it every day, whenever you want honestly, but yeah. It's a style that I'm really liking at the minute and I think it is appropriate for that kind of holiday coming up, so let's get to it. First up, I'm going to use these primers, this one for my face and this one for my eyes. So today's eyeshadows I'm going to use are the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay. Fingers there trying to hold the brush in. So yeah, you can use any kind of like soft pink colour that you have for this, but yeah, these are the ones that I'm using. So I'm starting off by using the colour Strange to set the eye primer, which is pretty much my skin tone. So next up, I'm going to use the MAC 217, which is my oldest makeup brush. I'm going to use the shade Limit, and I'm going to start putting that into the crease and above my crease here. This is a transitional shade that I'm using this for. Next I'm using the shade Nuna, and that's going to go in the outer corner and into the crease for some depth. So now I'm using a big flat shader brush and I'm going to start off with the shimmer shades. Whee! I'm going to start out with Dust, which is the palest one. That's going to go into this whole corner. Let's go for Burnout, which is the one next to it. Again, it's a really pale pink. The other one was a bit more whiter, this is more pink. I may end up just applying it with my finger if I feel it's not coming out as shimmer as I want it. And then I'm using Buzz, which is a darker one. I have moved my contact lens. Ah! I'm just gonna use my little finger, because I want it quite densely pigmented, even though it is quite soft toned really in the grand scheme of things. Since I did use my fingers in the palette, I'm just taking a piece of tissue with some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to wipe those colours to make sure there's not excess bacteria that's going to sit in there and go all gnarly in the powder. So I always like to do the top of my eyes first and then do the rest of my face and come back to under the eye and like finishing things like mascara and eyelashes and stuff like that. So I'm going to move on to foundation now. My foundation is the wrong colour, and that is because they put the security tag over the colour shade, and under the lighting in the store it looked the right one. So it is slightly darker, it is a little bit more orange on me, but I know. So I really like to use a tiny little spatula for applying the foundation initially to the face. I feel like I can spread it out really even, well, I can spread it out more without getting it all, you know, clogged up and lost into the brush and wasting product in that sense. So I spread it out in this kind of mess to start with, and I'm just going to use a bit of a finishing spray, squirt it on my brush just to dampen it. This is it's technically a cream cheek brush by Smashbox, but it's a good little buffer brush. I actually need to get another one, but this is really great for if you have dry skin. Oh yeah, I'm using the Born to Glow foundation, which is a water-based one, which is great for dry skin, and also it really does have a really nice glow to it. So next up we've got concealer, and this is a Barry M one in a light to medium palette, and you can see the shades that I use. So the pink shade I'm going to use under my eyes, and then the yellow shade I'm just going to go off, you know, any little blemishes that are around and cover those up. So I'm going to start with the pink one under the eyes. So I put it here over the blue part and just blend it out gently. I'm not overloading any product, as I do have quite blue under eyes. That's where the pink comes in to colour correct it, and it's primarily about that. So even though I have got eyeshadow in the corner a bit here, this is fine because I am going to go back in retouch and tweak that area anyway. So again, I'm just primarily concentrating it on the bluest part here and then blending it out. I'm not going for a whole, you know, big concealer thing under the eye. Most of the time it's not really necessary. My contact lenses could stop moving, that would be fucking great. But anyway, I'm now using the yellow concealer to just rub over little things. So I do have this like red patch thing over here, but it has covered quite well with the foundation, and also it's a textured area, so sometimes I find that actually applying stuff over the top of it makes it worse, as in more visible. So next I'm gonna do some cream contour, but nothing over heavy, and I'm gonna use a little brush. This is the NYX Wonder Stick, so you can see the shadow here. That's where I'm gonna apply it. So I'm just doing little circles. This is to just give definition in the face and also a little bit of warmth. Although I have already got that because I'm wearing the wrong foundation. So I do it up to my hairline and then a good like halfway down my forehead, just because like I have got a bigger forehead in this way. So can you see the difference, this side of my face to this side of my face? Oh, let me do my nose as well so I can do the full thing. Again, we can see a shadow here, so gotta look at the screen while I do that. Don't over contour my nose, again it just kind of like brings it together a little bit more and enhancing that shadow, but yeah. I'm gonna use another little fluffy brush, and this time the highlighter side of things. And again, you can see there's a highlight point here, so we're just gonna add that there. This is a very kind of soft but effective highlighter. It really helps give like the dewiness that the foundation already gives, but if you set it with a powder or something and really matte it down, it's still there. So that's going on the cheeky bones and down my nose and at the end here. I'm just basically following where I have highlights from the lights. So it's like this part of my nose, this part of my nose, the cheeks, here. So I'm going to use a cream blush as well, and I don't know where my Stila one is, so I'm sad about that. Instead I'm going to use my Fenty one. Honestly, either of these colours on me doesn't really matter, they look about the same, so I'm going to scrape it out with my little spatula. Let's go for the really pink one, which is Peony Dropper. Okay, so I've scraped a little bit out and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Just like smush it about a bit, warm it up, because cream products are always good to like warm up. I know I just used it straight with a brush for the contour and stuff, but I'm not going as, I wanted it a bit lighter. And then I am going to apply it straight onto my face with this. Some of you may be alarmed. That's okay, it's going to be fine, don't worry. So yeah, I'm going to use my foundation brush for its actual purpose of a cream cheek brush. And just buff that out. Also probably helps that I still have foundation on here. So as it still is looking quite bright, I'm going to put a bit of foundation back over it. And it's okay, because sometimes it do be like that. Just subdue that a bit. And that's how you can make a blush work for you that is way too pigmented for your skin tone. So my Stila blush is a much more muted kind of pink, so it is still a little alarming to me that this colour comes out like so bright, but in the grand scheme of things it does look quite nice. And also it's got that kind of like winter skin kind of thing about it, especially if I'd put a little on my nose, but I haven't, so there we go. Anyway, back to the eyes, finishing those off. So I'm going back to my Naked palette. So I've set it with the colour Strange, and then I'm going back in with Limit. Got the mirror just under the camera lens out of shot. So there we go. That's how far down I'm taking that colour, and I'm joining it up to the side. So it's kind of like a really soft smoky eye. My camera just stopped because the card was full. Oof. So next I'm going back in with Nuna, and this is gonna go at the edge kind of here. So I'm keeping this closer to my lash line. So this is gonna be like a eyeliner. So now I'm going to use a brown liquid liner. This is a NYX Epic Ink liner. It's not nearly as pigmented as the black one, which is sad times, but so I'm just going to do a line across the top. If you have the ability to do a wing, by all means go ahead. That's just for a little more definition along the lash line, but also I am going to add some like 3/4 lashes. It's an incredibly subtle line. So I'm going to use this brown mascara, which is nearly empty, and that's going to be for my eyebrows. Just put some of that on. It's nearly empty, it's drying out, and on my eyelashes it does make my eyes a little dry, but it's still pretty decent to use on my eyebrows. Keeps it natural but defined. For my eyelashes I'm going to use a black mascara, and it's this amplified one from Primark, which is literally one whole British pound. So I don't think it does much for volume, but it's like a nice thin coat, and as someone that wears contact lens, as someone that wears contact lenses, that I'm lucky, this doesn't irritate my eyes as well, and it is literally £1, so that is great. This is the last thing to go on my eyes. These are 3/4 lashes, and I had trouble sticking them on something to show, so they're just hanging on my thumb like a bug. So I'm using the Duo Quick Strip Glue, whatever it is. Pretty sure it's latex free, which is good. I'm gonna stick this like right along my lashes. Sometimes the smaller ones are a lot harder to get on than the bigger ones. Got more of a handle on it if it's like a big thing like this. Okay, so that's both lashes on. This one's a little bit wonky, but astigmatism in it. Anyhow, time for the lips, and I'm gonna use this NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. It even smells like a sweet treat, and that really threw me off when I first used it. So as I do quite like the dewiness of, you know, this kind of thing, I'm going to use a matte finish. Oh, that's French. Okay, this is why I can't read products. I always read the French and I get really confused. This is what I'm using, but I don't think it's that particularly matte, but anyway. Setting sprays feel the worst, I swear. So there we go, that is my makeup done. I'm actually gonna style my hair a little, so give me a sec. So yeah, that was my tutorial for this like soft glam kind of, I mean yeah, it's just super soft pinks, it's nice. Great like date night makeup, it's great for Valentines or just like everyday makeup, because I've been wearing wearing my makeup a lot like this recently, and I've just been really enjoying it because it's just like, it's nice and pretty. My face and hands are different colours. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!